YouTube, welcome to my channel. I'm Sammy Jade. Today I'm just going to be going through, I brought up my winter bin and it's getting a little bit chillier and everybody's like, it's not that cold yet, and you're so right, it's not that cold yet, but I like to be prepared, I like to be ready, I like to be, when I want my sweater I just grab it, and I only keep like 2 comfy sweaters upstairs when it's like summer. So now that it's getting a little bit colder, I can bring out my winter stuff. What I want to do is clear out like some more bags maybe, and then put my sweatshirts up there. But I was also going to just show you kind of what I have for sweatshirts. They're mostly just kind of comfy, cozy, like from me traveling and places I've been to, but some of them have little stories, so I can do those as well. We'll start off with this one. Here's my Seattle sweater. Seattle was actually the first kind of bigger trip that I went on with my flight benefits. So I went with my cousin Marlena, and we went for my birthday. That would have been 3 years ago, so it would have been my 25th birthday. Yeah, it must have been my 25th birthday. And before we left, we really wanted sweaters, so we got matching Seattle sweatshirts. I never know how to like fold these in order to make them kind of fit best. So I was kind of thinking like this, and then you can see, and then kind of just pull kind of how my pants are. But let's see if this works. Okay, now I just have a lot, so I don't know how well this is really gonna fit. Also, like, now that I'm looking at these, some of these have a major cat hair on them. This is my Yukon sweater. Go Huskies! I did, in fact, go to Yukon. This is kind of like a get to know me. So, love Seattle, one of my favorite places. And I did go to Yukon. I got my bachelor's degree at Yukon, and I graduated during the panorama, aka the pandemic, 2020. And that was really fun for me. Just kidding. It was not fun. I can go into a really big deep dive about that, but I'm not going to. But graduating during a pandemic was awful, and I couldn't really find a job, and the only places that were hiring were actually airlines. So that's how I ended up working for an airline, because I couldn't find a job in my degree, which was I got a communications degree. I was actually originally a double major, double minor when I started college. So I was originally a communications and a journalism major, and then my minors were anthropology and art history. And I really wanted to work in a museum, or I wanted to work for like an art magazine or something like elaborate in New York City that has to do with art, and like own my own gallery. And I still want to work in art at some point, or own my own gallery, or do a side job in art. But I do love my job as well, so I don't think I'd leave my job unless it was like really my dream position. But yeah, so that's where I went to school. Here's a nice little black turtleneck. That's just good to have every day. I think this one I'll actually hang. It's not really like a sweater. This is my dad's old Hartford. He was a firefighter for over 20 years, and this is a super old sweater to the point where, like, is it this one? Oh no, it's not this one. I have another one that literally has like holes in the sleeves, and it's so dingy and old, but they're also really comfortable and super warm, and I love them. So that's another fun fact. My dad's a firefighter, and I grew up with him being a firefighter, which is actually kind of also tied into my job in kind of a way, because when firefighters work, they're gone for like, 4 days on, 4 days off type thing. So he'd be gone for like days at a time, and was still able to kind of, like have family and manage as best as he could. So when I got this job and everybody was like, yeah, but you're going to be away for days at a time. And I was like, yeah, but like, so what? My dad can do it. If guys can do it, I can do it better. I'll tell you that much. So, just kidding. My dad worked really hard and just showed me that I can do that. Next little tribute sweater is going to be my Chicago sweater, which Chicago is one of my favorite cities to go to, but fun fact is I've actually never been there on a work layover. I went to Chicago during COVID before I even got the job as a flight attendant, and I did a cross-country road trip from Connecticut, which is where I'm from, to California, and then from California we went up the coast and straight back. That was a good trip for the majority of the trip. The end of the trip was kind of ended up being a little bit more of a disaster, but Chicago was one of the last cities that we went to before heading back to Connecticut, and I absolutely loved it. It's just like a really gorgeous city. I think like I thought the people there were super nice. The food was delicious. Like, we were only there for one night too, but honestly it was like a 10 out of 10 experience for me, and I really want to go back. I was actually thinking about going for my birthday next year. So what's this? This is just a red little sweater that my roommate gave me last year. It's pretty comfy. It is like a men's, one of those old men's like sports kind of wear. This sweater was my grandmother's, who passed away at the beginning of this year, and it's really comfy, cozy. So that's another little memory. I guess all like my clothes have like a story or like memory of some sort, and maybe that's why I get really attached to them and really kind of like I don't ever want to get rid of things, because like something always reminds me of someone or something. Like this obviously was my grandmother's, so it reminds me of her, but also just like wearing a shirt that maybe I wasn't with somebody when I got it, or maybe I didn't inherit it, but like I wore it out to a certain event or on a certain day where I was with my friends or I was with my family, and it reminds me of them, and then I like don't want to get rid of it because it reminds me of them, then it reminds me of that time, especially like good memories. Bad memories on the other hand, I'm like, yeah, I'll just dump that in the trash. Unless it's really, really nice, then I won't dump it in the trash. This is like a thrifted, this one is gonna get hung, little thrifted knit. Actually, you know, this one actually also was my grandmother's. And I'm always kind of in that in-between where I'm like, she passed and I love her and I want to keep her things, but also like, am I going to use this? Am I going to get any use out of it? Like, I don't want to just keep like junk, but like I think it's still a little too early to get rid of anything, I guess, for me. This was a like old thrifted kind of white knit sweater. This one I want to hang up as well, but maybe I'll have like a separate pile on the side of that where the tote bags are, and like take the tote bags out and put like knitted sweaters, because I don't really have space to hang things in my closet, as you can see. This is my grandmother's as well. This one also is one that needs to be like hung or thrown in a knitted pile. It's super cute, off the shoulder kind of. And what's crazy is I actually bought a top. I thrifted a top that it almost is identical. Let me just show you. Not exactly, but the colors are so similar. Like the colors are almost the same, and then it has kind of like a striped or, you know, that kind of design. This one I would say is more like classy night, and then this one I guess is just more like chill, like casual night. But I don't know if I need both, so maybe I'll try them on at some point and then get rid of one, put one on my Depop. This sweater I thrifted in London. I don't remember exactly who I was with. I was either in London with my sister, or I was in London with my mom and my aunt when I thrifted this. And I want to say it was around like 50 pounds or 45 pounds, something like that. Maybe like 45 pounds. And this is like a little Van Gogh sweater cool. It has like some of his paintings on the side. So I think that's super cool. And then it'll say like some of his paintings here and the year as well. We're halfway through the bin. So this is like a really comfy, cozy, like this is when it's freezing out kind of. It's not fur at all. It's like a knit. It's like whatever you use to do like a crochet, and it's so comfy and it's so cozy, and it has this huge hood. When I put it on, it like where am I? It's amazing. I love it. Maybe I have too many sweaters that I'm not really gonna wear out, and I should probably get rid of some. This is a Notting Hill sweater that I got in London last year, or maybe the year, no, was it last year? Maybe it was the year before. No, it was the year before. I went to London with my aunt and my mom, and we stayed in Notting Hill. I still haven't seen the movie Notting Hill, so I will watch that eventually, but I just haven't gotten around to it. Funny enough, I'm going to London soon, so maybe I'll buy more stuff. Just kidding. I'm gonna attempt to not buy more stuff while I'm there. This here, super cute. This is new from last year too, as in newly thrifted last year, at the end of last year. It just had a random skirt in here. So this is another little knit sweater. I have a lot of knit sweaters, guys. Also, like, I love green. I love this sweater. It's super comfy, cozy. It's River Island, made in Bangladesh. I don't love the buttons on this, but I loved the sweater. So this one I'm more likely to wear out, I'd say, but I'm also still going to fold it and throw it up there with the other crew necks. I should get rid of a couple, but that's not what this video is. These are all just like more like comfy, kind of cozy things that I had thrown in here. I think we're starting to get to the more cuter winter stuff. Like this is something I've debated getting rid of, but I really do like it, and it is just this like pink silk button down. This has to get hung for sure. Also, like, obviously everything's wrinkly because it's been chilling in the bin. Chilling in the bin. Kind of like me. I've been chilling. So I've been also wrinkly. No, I'm just kidding. But I do need to start working out more on my days off. Today I had a day off, and it's the beginning of my vacation week, and I was trying to do like a reset, and then I had a mental breakdown over who knows what. Honestly, anything could trigger me at this point, and I decided to sit in bed and watch YouTube videos literally all day. So that's what I did, and then I was like, let me do one thing productive, and my one thing productive is going to be going through these and putting them into my closet. Since my closet is clean right now, might as well make use of that. This is a really cute little sweater that my roommate gave me. This here is real fur. Super cute, but it definitely needs to be hung up and probably ironed before hung up. The only thing is that it does have like a little stain on the sleeve, which is had since she gave it to me, but it's just like so adorable. And honestly, I am going to London, like I said. Maybe this would be cute to bring because I feel like it's a little chilly there. I want to say that the temperature is the same kind of as Boston. Another story is I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. And so me and my sister went to like the Harry Potter movie set like in London, and we got these, the Fred and George sweaters, the Christmas sweaters. They're so cute. This one I like to hang up, but it might have to go with like the knit sweaters just because I really like don't have space. And I don't know what everybody's take on this is, but because I live in Boston and it's cold like majority of the time, I want to say, I never know if I should like keep my winter clothes like out, or like I only put the really hefty stuff away for summer, but then in the summer it's like you can layer everything and use everything that's like summery, other than maybe like bathing suits, which I still keep some out because I'm a flight attendant, so when I go and travel for work, then I'm gonna like, I need my my summer stuff. I'm almost done. I also am not sure how much battery my camera has left, so we're gonna go rapid fire through these. It's a cute little, this is actually just Shane. I really liked it. I thought it was super cute and really wanted it, so that's gonna get hung up. This is another knit that I got in Camden, London. Even though it's New York, I just thought it was so cute, and it's super comfy as well. It's really good for traveling. It's just like a little sparkle moment. That was my grandmother's as well. Little knit sweater sparkle. This one will probably get folded. It's a knit, but it has this kind of, this gray attached hood. That's that one. That'll get folded and thrown up on the top there. And then this one will go hung up. This I got in Spain. Just like a long sleeve with a turtleneck. Green. Love that color. Yeah, guys, I don't know when I was getting rid of some of these. It's just like, it's too much. This is like another knit that can get folded and thrown. It's like, and you want to think that I'm not going to use all of these, but I'm going to be honest, like, I use so much of this. I use majority of this. So, like, I use probably everything in the winter. It's a poncho that was my grandmother's. My sister gave me this little bandeau last year, so it's it's an Urban Outfitters bandeau. It's cute, but I'm not sure if I'll use it. Maybe I'll do like a, see if I can put 4 outfits together with it type of video. Another little long sleeve brown crop that was my friend's, and she didn't want it. This will get folded. A nice big, this one is so comfortable. I love this one. It's a Zara knit, and it's just so cozy and comfortable, and I love to layer it as well. And then this is the last thing in the bin, is we have this white knit that I think I got from like TJ Maxx or something, but it's also pretty comfy, cozy. So I'm going to fold those up and reorganize up there. But I guess this was just showing how like none of that was like the most fashionable stuff that I own, for sure. But again, all my clothes just always have like some type of story, and I just feel like I have to share that sometimes because I love clothes, and I love how they can hold like emotions, and they can hold feelings, even if they're not like the prettiest of clothes, even if they're just like a crew neck sweater from college. So, or, you know, like a Seattle sweatshirt from the first time I was there, you know? So, anywho, thanks for joining, and see you next time. Bye.